Then there is a one more design pattern that is called branch. So in this design pattern, basically we can simultaneously process the request and response from two or more independent microservices. Um, it basically we as we talk in aggregator design patterns, that two or more microservices response we will gather and make a single response and then forward that response to the client. So basically the branch design pattern is somehow the extension of aggregator design pattern, where the request and response processing between two or more independent microservices are simultaneously can do. It is not like that a microservice will call a B microservice, get a response, then the A microservice again call the C microservice and get a response. It is like a microservice will call simultaneously to both the microservices and get a response simultaneously also. It is not like that first it will call to B and then it will call to C. So in a branch we are using those way that simultaneously it will call both the microservice and get a response from both the microservice. So this is all about the design pattern, branch design pattern of microservices. Then there is a circuit breaker design pattern, which is a very important design pattern in microservice architecture. What is exactly the circuit breaker is? We have seen in our homes electricity appliance that there is a one fuse which will break the electricity supply into our home whenever there is some disbalance into a volt or a high voltage electricity comes, or anything. I mean, in case of a short circuit, it will break the electricity supply, and it can be done by manually. We are changing or starting that, or we will it done automatically also. In case of circuit breaker, it is same theory we are applying, but it by using some parameters or uh, some conditions, we are defining that when the microservice will send a response or process a request. So suppose this basically circuit breaker design pattern is used in that case. Suppose there are hundred of microservices are working for one application, and somehow one or two microservices goes down or it give a response quite slow. So in that case unnecessary these microservices will consuming the resources. That means for each and every microservice call there is a one thread allocated. So for that processing request processing, that thread is allocated until and unless the response won't came. So if the microservice is slow, it will consuming all the threads, and it will create a problem for other microservices to work properly. So due to that the other microservices are also slow. So how we are going to be handle such cases is defined by that design pattern, that is circuit breaker design pattern. We are seeing the demo examples in our coding videos where we are defining the circuit breaker design pattern and how we are going to be implement for the microservices. Basically there are some fallback response we are going to be prepared. In case of slowness, we are just breaking that circuit, and the request will goes to the fallback method and send a response. It can be better understand when we are do the coding. So circuit breaker is just breaking the request and response until and unless it will not resume to their original position, or it will not resume to their expected work by the microservice. Then there is a decomposition design pattern. Basically decomposition design pattern is basically it is, as the name suggests, we are decomposing in basically if we talk about a monolithic architecture, there is a single application in which different modules are working and different functionalities they will provide it. In microservices architecture, we are decomposing that particular single monolithic application into a small microservices into a logical manner, and in that decomposition design pattern, basically we are defining the microservice into a logical way on the basis of some domain. Domain is something like if we take an example of e-commerce website, so domain is what it is: user, because there is a operations we are going to be performed on user; it is payments, it is products, and few more. So in that way, for in a monolithic application or application which we are going to be designed, we need to be identify a domain objects, and on the basis of that domain object we need to be identify the operations, and on the basis of operations we need to be identify how many microservices we are going to be create, and we also need to be define how the domain objects need to be communicate to process the main aim of that particular application. So on the basis of that we are going to be defined. So while doing the decomposition, basically we are processing the domain driven architecture and following that. So these are the few design patterns. Most of the design patterns, there is a one or more two design patterns which is not covered in this video. We will cover those design patterns when we are do the coding part, because in place of theoretically we are going to be understand, we can understand those design patterns practically when we are do the coding part. So that's it for this video. If you like this, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that the next videos notifications will get by you, and thank you for watching.